buff them.
Yeah.
You know.
Nice shot out the window.
Hard to argue against Buff for best dressed. Oh boy.
Ooh, too strong.
Man, bailout.
Yeah.
All right, we are back up here at Kelso High School, 24-19 our score. Apologies, signal got dropped, so we got ourselves reloaded here. Hopefully you're able to reload. That's why I tell everybody to subscribe, so you get the notification of when we do go live. We're at the foul line now with Paisley Friedenberg for Mark Morris, and the first free throw is good. It is now 24-20. Mark Morris still hanging around here, guys, and looking to make a dent in the scoreboard. And Friedenberg cashes in two, 24-21. Up top, screen for Beck.
Gonzaga continuity. Coming up, back door, on ball screen.
Up top, bounce pass feed, now down low, buzzard, scoop shot, no good. Warfield kept it alive. And
well, that was dangerous.
Yeah, tough
Man.
pass to make here in the backcourt. Maka Evie throws it nearly away. Cole, though, keeps it in bounds. Cole drives and kicks to the front row.
I haven't been counting, guys. That's 8.
We're on a second hand.
My goodness.
We ran out of fingers on the left hand. Now we're almost out of fingers on the right hand. Those one-handed passes.
Such a free-flowing first quarter, and now it's just choppy for both sides. So there we go again.
Intercepted. Free safety, Maka Evie.
Yeah. By the way, for those watching, it is actually the second quarter. The scoreboard says first, but that's incorrect.
Well, the one on our TV here says second, so we're good.
All right, cool.
They don't know anything that's on that.
They don't know anything.
No. On-ball screen set, hesitation, dribble behind the back. Now Beck nearly loses control. Good defense by Gazzotti. Beck just powers through it. Count it and one.
The hoop and the harm.
Beck continuing to shine. She's in double figures, 26-21. What's up, buddy? Dylan Beck at the line for WF West. Has it rattle out. Ball loose, tied up now. I told you, Coach, there's a lot of air in the basketball.
Yes, you can see it.
I don't like a completely inflated basketball.
No.
Nobody does. It's got to have a little bit of give, you know?
Is that what you're blaming on all those misses that you had
No,
on the floor in between the games?
No, I'm a poor basketball player.
I'll play it sometime. I'll make you look good.
Thank you.
Oh, almost
Nearly lost out of bounds, far sideline. Warfield throws it back out quickly. Over the top. Friedenberg, 3 on the way, short, offensive rebound, Gazzotti. Maka Evie now throws it to the top, no one home. She's trying to hustle back though. Does a good job, but a better job there by Izzy Teeter. Dangerous pass.
Oh, read like a book.
Klopek. And the lead is 9. Mark Morris looks a little out of sorts here, Coach.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you the last bucket, last offensive possession that ended in something other than a turnover.
Well, it's that pressure you talked about earlier.
A lot of self-inflicted wounds, too. I mean,
true.
Errant passes, miscommunication, people not coming back to the ball. So, hopefully you got just under 3 to cut back into this thing, go into halftime and kind of recalibrate.
Inside
Warfield, yep.
Warfield.
There you go. That's probably the best offense they'll get. Throw it in.
Outlet up ahead.
Nice.
2 under the basket. Teeter.
Good vision. Nice selfless play.
A lot of problems in the backcourt right now for the Monarchs. Warfield has it, the foul line, kicks it out. Overplay on the defense. Fredenberg's 14-footer, no good. Warfield, offensive rebound. Powers it up, no good. Rebound, WF West. Beck, foul, counted and one.
Open harm.
You know, as a coach, coaching staff, you're looking at the clock, you're looking at the situation. 11, now 12. You got to have a goal for yourself. We're going to cut it to 7. We're going to cut it to 6, right? You got to have an objective so you can go into the locker room feeling good about yourself.
Right.
1:40 to go before that moment. Johnston picks it up, drives, goes up left hand, and we'll head to the line.
Well, Coach, you're right. There's no 12-point basket anywhere on the floor.
I wish there was.
Right. You know, long journey starts with a small step.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you gotta ask yourself, okay, we have X amount of timeouts.
Mm-hmm.
We got to look at this situationally, right? What are we going to do here? Coming off of hopefully a make for Mark Morris.
And that's the first steps of the journey.
Yeah.
You can't give away points at the charity stripe.
Yep.
We saw that in our earlier games.
Oh, my goodness.
Man, so many points left on the
Free
stripe.
throws, unbelievable.
Well, she got her 2.
You got her 2.
Now down to 10.
Yep, now you say, okay, now it's single digits, right? You just got to chip away.
Mm-hmm.
Up top now, Beck with it, being guarded by Gazzotti.
On ball coming. Yep.
Bain sets it, behind the back dribble. The nice roll by Bain.
Great.
It's tapped out of bounds. Ooh, that was close to maybe being on the baseline there by Gaskell. There's that behind the back dribble, draws 2 defenders and finds Gaskell.
What a play.
Pulled up the defense from the baseline,
What
and
a play.
weak side, low post, wide open.
1:01 to go. Warfield's 3 on the way. It might have been deflected. Gaskell tracks it down. 50 seconds left. Beck is going to be called off. It's an offensive foul. It's going to be on Izzy Teeter.
Yeah, this has to be your best possession of the half. You know, it's 12. You get a turnover, something happens, they go up 14. It's got to be good shot, best shot available that we can get here.
Yep.
Maki Evie with it. Moves it far side to Gazzotti, back to Kiki. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Out of the corner, Johnston, tight crossover, tries an entry pass, and it's deflected out of bounds. Coach Karnofsky says it went off her hair. Doesn't get that call. Teeter checks out, Klopek back in.
Was that a ball joke?
I was going to say, Karnofsky never got one of those.
No, I was just saying what he was doing. It's just a fact of life. That's what happened. Johnston over in the far corner. Gets it out. Maki Evie penetrates, gets all the way downhill, and does not score it. Offensive rebound, though. Put back for Warfield. Kick to the corner, 2 on the clock. Good if it goes, and it does for Cushman.
They're back to 12.
And the Bearcats lead it now. 39 to 27 at the break. We're going to take a quick sponsor break. Fans are our good friends at Wilcox and Flegel, a long-standing family-rooted fuel and lubricants distributor celebrating 100 years of history and service in the region. They're the Northwest leading provider of high-quality fuels, lubricants, card lock services, marine fueling, and reliability services. With decades of industry expertise and a commitment to integrity, Wilcox & Flegel continues to power businesses with reliable service and community-driven values. And that brings us here, guys, to our Blast Zone Media halftime show. For just $8 a month, subscribe to blastzonemedia.com. Get access to game reports, stories, photos, and so much more. Be sure to subscribe to Blast Zone Media at blastzonemedia.com. Everything prep coverage related in Volcano Country. Guys, we're here at the break. WF West with a 12-point lead, 39-27. You know, I'm kind of conflicted on how I feel about the first half. On one hand, I feel like Mark Morris could be in a better position, but I also feel like that Mark Morris can be thankful that they're only down by 12.
Yeah, I would concur with that. At the end of the first quarter, it was a 2-point lead, right?
18-16, yes.
Right, and now we're at 12. So there was something, and it's what Coach was talking about with the self-inflicted errors and the tight defense. That was a 10-point outscoring by the Bearcats. How many unofficially do you have for Beck in the first half?
At the moment, I'm 13.
Okay.
It could be more, though, honestly. I would not be shocked if it is more.
All right.
I was going to head down to the scorers table here in a couple minutes' time to try to get some valid scoring numbers. I'll just say this. You know, the zone defense coach that they're playing out there on the defensive side for WF West, they're really trying to keep everything from getting inside almost, you know, and they're staggering their coverage. They've got 2 on top, 1 right in the paint, and then they got 2 out flash to the wings. You don't see a half-court zone setup like that very often, and you know, right now the best offense has been get the ball to Warfield at the foul line, see if you can collapse 2 defenders and either rotate out or split those 2 defenders and get to the hole. But Mark Morris really hasn't been able to generate a ton of easy offensive possessions.
Well, a coach's nightmare is what we call umbrella ball, where the ball is kicked on the perimeter, and at times you have your best player flashing, she's going to the high post, she's going block to block. We have to find ways to get the ball to Warfield, right? When the ball goes in, the ball comes out, good things happen. But credit WF West, they, like you said, their best offense has been their defense. And not only that, but just because you don't get a steal in the backcourt or a steal as they bring it across, they're getting it across with 20, 19, 18 seconds. So they're in a quick hurry as they bring it over just to get into something. So the pressure is really kind of wearing Mark Morris down. Yeah,
and that's the thing, is that Mark Morris hasn't been, you know, gifting themselves easy possessions. You know, they're getting across half court panicked, and they're having to throw. They're doing a lot of anticipation passing, what I call it right now. You know, I don't teach that. I teach deliberate passing. You know, I want you to deliberately pass a basketball the proper way, eye contact with who you're delivering it to. You know. Going back to fundamentals, I mean, this flashy, I just touched the ball, it's hot potato, I got to throw it real quick. You know, we got to beat the rotation. Right now, that's not working. It can't be a guessing game on getting the ball up the court. You got to remember your spacing and remember the most disciplined form of basketball that you grew up with, and that's 2 hands on the ball, stepping towards your target.
You know, I want to shout out my assistant coach, Kyle Brooks. He says you need to do 3 things, and it sounds very simple. Can you pass, can you dribble, can you shoot? And right now, Mark Morris's passing has just been one shot to the foot after the next. It's one-handed, it's floating, it's trying to kind of what I call lollipop it over the top of overextended hands. It's got to be a ball fake, it's got to be sharp, and you know, they're not taking care of the ball, they're not valuing the possession, and the scoreboard reflects it.
Absolutely. You know, my final thought here, I guess, on the first half, on the way it played out, is the rotation and the depth that Kyle Karnofsky has available for him off the bench is just keeping their legs a little bit fresher. And, you know, when we talked before we went live, you know, what's the fourth quarter going to look like for Mark Morris? I mean, we saw it with Woodland in the third quarter in the semifinal. They got it down to 4 points, you know, and WF West had been leading comfortably throughout the ball game. You know, there's 3 players that average double figures on the Bearcats team. I mean, they got a lot of diversity in how they score the basketball and how they move the basketball. You've seen big contributions here from Cushman, Klopek, Izzy Teeter, and then even Gaskill off the bench has had some good moments for him. And don't forget about, Maddie Bain, number 44, coming in off the bench trying to defend Michaela Warfield. There's just more bodies able to be rotated in and out for the Bearcats.
Well, and you can see, I mean, Beck comes out, her first 3 shots, 3 perimeter shots, 3 makes. When she kind of what I call test the waters, she comes off a screen, she gets downhill, she gets into her spots, it doesn't only allow her to score, it allows the defense to focus on her. And you saw dribble, penetrate, kick, and plenty of looks. So she's kind of the stick that stirs them. But yeah, I mean, all across the board, WF West can just throw people out there and they can play.
39-27 here at the break. We're going to take a quick audio timeout, folks. We'll be back in 3 minutes. Welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen. Start of the third quarter, WF West basketball. They lead it 39-27. I am Nick Sisson of N2 Media as we've got a shot on the way. And Cushman tried to start the second half the same way she started the game with a 3 wide open. I'd like to welcome our co-hosts as well, Eric Elliott and Hayden Tilton. And gentlemen, we saw a competitive first half as the first field goal attempt for Mark Morris is by Kiki Maka-Evie, and it's off the mark. But right now the Bearcats kind of playing at their pace, leading it here by 12. As we got a ball deflected and a steal, and now we've got a foul called a little bit late. But everybody for Mark Morris and the fan section stood up and yelled that there was no foul call. So it looks like they appeased them.
Yeah. Shout out to the WF West band. Was that a little Backstreet Boys that they were playing at halftime? Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding you. Not kidding you. I wonder if Blasso Media is here right now. It kind of should be, right?
Shout out to Jody.
Feed down low, denied by Klopek. And she's got it. Cross half court, goes far side, Cushman. Cushman gets an on-ball screen.
Yep, back door, on ball. She's going to rise. Back door, on ball. Put you in the blender. Good. Good midline help.
It touched the rim, Coach. If it does, it's not going.
Yep.
Rolls around and off for Beck, but a great look, and you can see the offensive sets working beautifully for Coach Karnofsky.
Well, if Mark Morris is going to stay perimeter, stagnant, perimeter, they're in for a long second half because they have to get downhill. They have to force WF West to move. Look at how easy it is for WF West defensively right now.
Kick ball violation is going to keep the ball right here, guys. 6:29 third quarter. Inbound near sideline with Reese Johnston and the Monarchs.
No points in the first 90 seconds. Gentlemen, is that because of stagnant offense, or is that?
No, just hasn't been enough possessions to really figure that out yet. I just think that the defense for WF West has really been the key to the game so far. Maki-Evie's shot just right there was super tough to get around a couple defenders. Beck catches it near wing, behind the back dribble, and the hesitation. That's been her bread and butter. Nice feed down low.
Thread the needle.
She finds Buzzard. And Caroline Buzzard with the first two, and it's deflected and stolen in the backcourt by Beck. Counted and one. Friedenberg fouled her.
Potentially 5 points in 10 seconds or less.
Well, it's what we talked about as we went into halftime, Nick. It is leaving your feet as you're passing. It is off of your back heels. Nothing has been decisive moving forward with the pass. And, I mean, it's just tallying up quickly.
It's good film to show my fifth graders, Coach.
Yeah, I like that.
This is what happens when we don't make deliberate passes, guys. No, I mean, honestly, when you get, to the age that these girls are at, and your bodies come along with your minds, you feel really confident that you can make those shots. So not surprising to see a lot of high school athletes try to use all the tools that they have in their bag, Golfers get fancy, too, and they, use a wedge that they might not normally hit with in a situation, but they think, God, I'm feeling pretty good today.
Oh, Warfield's down.
This is not good. Back behind the play, Michaela Warfield is still on the floor and trying to get herself up, and they're playing through. And I think you got to commit a foul here if you're Mark Morris, but Warfield's back up and back into the play. Buzzard with an offensive rebound, and I think this is a gamesmanship move for Coach Karnofsky. What a classy timeout here. I don't think he needed to take it. We're going to take it
100%,
with him.
100%.
We're going to say thank you to our friends at Kelso Postal and Package, located inside the Three Rivers Crossing. FedEx, U.S. Postal Service, paid and prepaid shipping, private mailbox rental, notary services, and more. Kelso Postal and Packing. It was nice to see Warfield get up, guys. She's down at the end of the bench taking off her sneakers, and it looks more like a foot deal than it does a knee. It's the same leg that she does have her brace on from the injury that she suffered when she was a sophomore. So
yeah, that was my first concern. Got the brace on, holding that same foot, but they got the trainer working. It looks like a lower, I don't want to speculate, but Achilles, calf, something, but we'll see if she comes back.
No look pass, deflected, stolen. Cole came away with it. Johnston got her fingertip on it.
Now, Coach, if you're Karnofsky, you take advantage of whatever you can. Mark Morris is missing their big five down low. What do you do? Besides a nice nifty block like that.
Well, I mean, you just keep it on them, just like this. You get downhill. Oh,
Out of bounds on the baseline.
you try to beat them in transition, and I mean, they're just getting established in their 2-2-1. Mark Morris is just, they're not leaving somebody in the middle. They're not forcing their defense to move.
Oh, there it is. Oh, almost
Foul.
another and one.
I saw the near sideline official's hand go up too. I thought that it was going to be a travel at first.
Might have got one.
But the foul called, and it's on Johnston, her third, as Klopek is at the line and hits the first. Guys, if you had a chance to read or listen to the Blast Zone Media article online, talking about the lead-in being that the Monarchs are playing with house money. They're still going to the regional round here. And, I mean, the consensus outside of the Mark Morris locker room was, hey, WF West is pretty good. Losing to them isn't going to be, the worst thing in the world. We're going to play a lot of tough teams, and they're one of the toughest ones in the class. As Makaevi splits two defenders, goes coast to coast. It touched the rim and bounced off. Johnston fakes and shoots a three. It's airballed and out of bounds to WF West with 4:20 to go, third quarter.
Well, this is what I call the RPI booster. So if you're Mark Morris, like you said, Nick, you're playing with house money, but the committee's going to sit down tomorrow, and what can you present to them? What can you lay on the table and say, look what we've done, what can you do for us, right? And so we'll see if they can make a run at it and get that committee talking tomorrow.
Beck blows by Gazzotti and scores. Pressure again here in the backcourt. Makaevi just looks kind of gassed right now, having to fend off this pressure. This one's poked loose in the backcourt. No backcourt violation as another one-hand pass goes up ahead and
all the way in the band.
Johnston. One of the things that I suggest as well in situations like this is, don't rely on being in a spot. Move to the ball. Constantly be moving towards the basketball. Everyone wants to leak behind pressure. I want my fours and my fives almost basically in the backcourt, in the front court with them, until we get it across. I'm not looking to get ahead and cherry pick and score under the basket. Beck just has a lot of space, misses that elbow jumper, but an offensive rebound. Beck with it now again up top, being guarded by Gazzotti.
And WF West is just staying in their continuity. Boom, backdoor, right here, on ball.
Nice feed down low. That is Dries Cushman. 50-27. That pass stolen by Beck, read beautifully. Beck shields off the defender. Johnston just picked up her fourth.
Got to be careful. The little extra push, shove, slat, you got to be careful.
Well, she's only got one more foul before she's disqualified from the game. And we've got a timeout here. 2:56 left. Fans, Game Winner Athletic Facility is a sports training facility in Longview, Washington that specializes in basketball and softball pitching development, offering weekly skill groups as well as private lessons for both sports. They also have an independent travel basketball program in the community. And I think they're holding tryouts for that right now, by the way. Best form of contact is text 330-565-5032. You can also find them on Facebook and Instagram and your social medias. And also, shout out to Novakai Wellness. At Novakai Wellness, we specialize in advanced IV therapy, tailored weight loss programs, hydration treatments, and peptide injections, delivering personalized solutions to optimize your health and enhance overall wellness. Thank you to our sponsors at Game Winner Athletic Facility and Novakai Wellness. Still in the third quarter here, guys, 50-27. It was 39-27 at half. That means the Monarchs have not scored a point here in the third quarter, and we've gone 5 minutes and 4 seconds of that so far.
So, Coach, you were talking about RPI booster, and Mark Morris has to show the committee something. They're down 23 with 3 to go in the third. What do they need to minimize it to? What's going to make them look good in the eyes of the seating committee?
Well, for the rest of this game, I'm not sure from this point forward if they can cut it and make it competitive. At least there's something that they can, say and talk about tomorrow.
Hang their hat on.
I don't know who the district rep is for the girls in this area, but it's the whole body of work. You got to lay it on the table and just say, hey, are we deserving of a top 8 right now? I don't know if Mark Morris is, just based upon what I see in the RPI. I think WF West is.
Oh yeah.
So you just got to lay it on the line and give it all you got and just say, committee, here you go.
Yeah, I think what's sick, Coach, is that WF West might not even be top 5. I think that they're probably looking at the 6th spot.
That just shows you how loaded this 2A is.
But, I don't know who they get ahead of. That's the other problem. They
Yep.
could be 7 even,
Yep.
because they have a head-to-head against Clarkston. And Clarkston's in, Deer Park is in.
Mm-hmm.
Those 2 teams figure to be ahead of them. Archbishop Murphy probably is, and Michaela Warfield goes strong with a post move and is going to head to the line. If you go down the list, you got Linden at 1, unequivocally.
Yep.
You've got the winner of the Clarkston-Deer Park game probably being number 2. And then after that, you still got Ellensburg in there. They're a tough team always, historically. Prosser girls are probably going to be above Mark Morris. I think, honestly, that, even WF West is going to probably not be as high as they are. So, there's a lot of teams that are really good in the 2A class.
Yeah.
I think for Mark Morris, honestly, they're hosting a regional game somewhere, local gym, probably in the 11th spot, I would say, 11 or 12.
Yeah.
Warfield hits a second.
You'd like to think so, and traditionally it's been Battleground. It's been Mark Morris. It's been WF West. Those are kind of the host sites for this area, so maybe they can get something close, get a good matchup, and find their way to Yakima.
Well, I think WF West will be on the road for themselves personally in the first round of the state playoffs in that regional round there. There's a nice little drive there. Count it and 1 for Gaskell.
Good play.
But, the ball movement has just been tremendous on the offensive end for WF West here in this one, guys. 53-28 with a $1:58 left in the quarter. As Gaskell misses, Cushman fumbled it around a little bit. Cole came away with it. Maki Eby passes it up ahead. Gazzotti misses that 3. Ayla McNeely into the game. Takes a look at it over there on the far corner. But it's out of bounds to the Bearcats. Teeter and Klopek checking in. Joy Cushman and Beck heading out. 1:46 left. The Bearcats appear on their way to a 3-peat here, gentlemen.
Yep.
Hard to do. Hard to do.
It's hard to win one of these games.
Let me tell you, it's hard to get to one of these games.
Far side, Teeter moves it up top, backing out now onto the logo is Klopek. Gets an on-ball screen here. Teeter passes off, ball rotates.
On ball.
Klopek's 3 short, long rebound though is collected by Maddie McManus. New life here with 1:13 left. Teeter ducks under Warfield, continues the ball movement, near a wing, drive left, it opened up, McNeely allowed it, and Klopek took advantage of it. Caitlin Klopek with a nice drive. Now Mark Morris in the front court, feed inside, Warfield steps around, great move.
Good move.
She's got all 3 points here. She's had a ball game, 13 points unofficially here, guys.
And no worry about that injured wheel of hers. She's back to 100%.
And that ball is denied and stolen by Warfield. Johnston pulls the trigger from 3. No. Warfield rebounds it. Goes up. Scores again. Warfield is on a mission here.
Tenacious.
And right before the buzzer, no good. Would have counted had it gone. 55-32 is our score here, guys. And 13 points for Michaela Warfield. But right now, it's not really looking like enough. They're down by 23 heading into the fourth quarter. And fans, we want to say thank you to our sponsor at PNW Glass and Mirror, a family-owned and operated glass installation company installing windows and showers, mirrors, patio doors, glass railings, tabletops, and more. Best way to reach them is by phone, 360-719-2929. Or you can email them for a free estimate, support at pacificnwglass.com. Again, support at pacificnwglass.com for free estimations. Fourth quarter of action here at Kelso High School. 55-32, Mark Morris with the ball. WF West with the lead. Entry, Johnston passes to Warfield, who kicks it out near wing. Makibi rotates it to Freidenberg. Skip past Johnston, one-hand pass off the fingertips of Cole into the backcourt. Cole gets back and fouls, and Cushman shields off well and gets the and one. Joy Cushman with a very efficient 7 points. Looking for more here at the foul line, 57-32, and she does get it. Unofficially 8 now. It's starting to get a little ugly on the scoreboard, Coach. It's 26 points now, and you wonder if it's got the makings of a running clock situation potentially here, as Warfield is trying to grab an offensive rebound. Hadley Hoffman comes away with the defensive board, and the Bearcats with it again. Dylan Beck back out there here, and Klopek, Buzzard, Cushman, Hoffman.
Oh,
Beck with a three.
I was just about to say my money is not on a running clock, and then she drained that without using the rim.
You know, you have to give credit to Mark Morris for being here, right?
Yeah.
But just from what I've been seeing, WF West all game, when they've gotten to the front court, it's been so station to station.
Yep.
It is just running their stuff. Back door, on ball, back door, on ball. And Mark Morris has, quite frankly, just kind of allowed it to happen. So give him credit for being here. I mean, playing this team, 5-time district champion. What, is that correct?
They've been here.
Been here 5 times.
The last 5 years.
I mean, that's hard to do, right? So their experience is showing, and Mark Morris showing their inexperience a little bit.
And Mark Morris did come back. They dug themselves a big hole.
Yep.
Come back at the second half of the first quarter.
Mm-hmm.
After that, it was, self-inflicted wounds. And then, like you said, WF West efficiency.
Cushman left that shot short, but tracks down and rebound. Klopek with it. 6.5 to go in this ball game here, 61-32. Dribble handoff hesitation, crossover tight at the elbow, jumper. I mean, this is exactly what she did against Woodland. It's like, that Semisonic song, Closing Time, right now.
Yeah. Well, and you were talking about, one of you guys was talking earlier on that WF West wears you down. Here you're in the fourth quarter, and, you're tired, and they're not. They're still running. And, they're running their offense. They're anticipating and intercepting passes.
Johnston, good position. Got a nice head and shoulder fake, but missed the shot. And her pass is intercepted and stolen. Bounce pass feed, far side, behind the line, 3 on the way, no good for Cushman. And Hoffman loses it out of bounds. It'll be Mark Morris ball.
Wasn't that the best that Johnson played down to our right low post? Wasn't that the best offensive look that Mark Morris has had in quite some time?
Coach, I couldn't tell you the last time they had a good one. I think they're pressure. I mean, they're so extended when they bring the ball across. They're so extended. Everything is over the top. Everything is kind of a floater pass.
Yep.
But that's just credit to WF West, right? Nothing negative about Mark Morris. It's just WF West is really playing their style and doing what they do.
Mm-hmm.
Nice take there by Hadley Hoffman, and that adds to the lead, 65-32.
That was a good take.
Nice feed up ahead.
Good play.
Good eyes up.
Warfield with another. She's up to 15 unofficially here.
They're just getting hung up on these screens all night. Just getting hung up on those screens.
Tough shot off the drive, but an offensive rebound. Buzzard. Warfield got her hands up and challenged it, but fouled. And Buzzard heads to the line now for 2. 7:02 p.m., guys. We're about 58 minutes away from the boys' championship game. Tumwater and Ari Long coming up here on N2 Media. Eric Elliott's going to have to step aside, so if you want to hear his golden pipes, you'll have to tune it to KEDO Radio.
99.9 FM, AM 1270, and online at KEDOAM.com.
99.9, huh?
Easy to remember.
99.9. Yeah.
We're gonna party like it's 99.9.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I was thinking German. 999.
Well, we do the show in English.
Oh,
well,
understood.
Dang it.
Yeah.
Yep, took one too many right
It'd be
there.
9.9.
The move was too good.
Yeah.
Coach Atkins doesn't seem to remember that playing for the Monarchs.
Well, shout out to Coach Atkins. I was going to my niece's 9-year-old basketball game at Cal Weeman, and who do I see walk in the gym this morning coaching his daughters? Coach Atkins.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Busy guy.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, everybody who does something has got to be super busy here to do it because the money's not the reason why we do it.
You don't do it for the money, Nick?
No, I certainly don't. No.
Wait a minute, y'all are getting paid?
What, yeah,
I know.
what money? No, actually, to tell you the truth, the businesses have been fantastic. So,
Good.
Yeah, we're getting supported. We're
Listen,
okay.
I don't know what you get paid for your reads, but they should pay you more, man. That's you give a professional read on those ads. I'm telling you.
I appreciate that.
Next time I join him, Coach, I'm going to make sure and fill out a W-2 before
Yes. Yeah.
before I go
It'll
live.
be in the mail. Oh boy.
One. You count on your toes now, all those one-handed passes, aren't you?
I mean, put it on film, right?
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
you do. Johnson
Yeah.
with a nice elbow jumper.
Yep.
Outlet up ahead. Bounce pass feed to the trailer and the give and go.
Would have been a great look.
That would have been the easiest 2 she'd ever had.
The thing I appreciate about WF West, they play their style. For 32 minutes, they've been in their 21. We would call it 21, right? 2-2-1. Back to their 2, extend it. They do what they do. So you got to give them credit, man. 3 in a row.
And like you said, it's tough to just get here. They've gotten here 5 times.
Yes.
Recently.
Yeah.
Very recently.
Yeah.
Michaela Warfield under the basket, no good. Leaking out here is Beck. Beck, 3
Oh,
on the
why
way. Short. Ball on the floor. Picked up. Bounced down. And out of bounds.
Ooh.
And it's Mark Morris ball.
I hate to see knees bend
Yeah,
like that.
Yep, bodies flying. Well, at this point, you know, you want to put your best foot forward. It's 30. You got 3.5 to go as a staff for both of them. What do you do here?
Pull them
Right?
out.
Yep. I mean, you got
Yeah.
state tournament games coming up.
I think we got a full.
Yep.
We do.
I think this might be let's talk about it, put people in positions, get some new faces in there.
Yeah.
Fans, consider a donation to your hosts at N2 Media via Venmo. It's easy to get involved with the support. You just go to your Venmo app and you type out the @ symbol, N2 Media, and you can send us a couple schmeckles.
I'll take cash. All right, Nick, you got Linden, clear 1.
Yes. Winner of Deer Park, Clarkston, the 2.
Okay, let's round out our 4.
Prosser, the 3.
Okay.
Archbishop, Murphy, probably 4.
Okay.
I'd be probably in that spot. Deer Park, Clarkston, loser at 5. I think right here is where you can make a good argument for WF West as Beck turns around and hits. I realistically, that's how I see it, Coach. I see 6 is about where we're going to see them. I don't see how you could put them above Clarkston even if Clarkson was the loser of that game versus Deer Park, because they have a head-to-head, and Clarkson won by almost 20.
Yep.
So, you know, it's just, yeah. Back to action here, inbounding near sideline, Mark Morris.
And that conversation you guys were just having should tell you something, that here's this team in WFS that's absolutely dominating the dominant team in the Greater St. Helens League, and they're 6. There's 5 teams that you could easily put ahead of these Bearcats.
Yeah.
It just lays everything in perspective as to what kind of talent there is out there at Girls 2A.
Yeah, I mean, Ellensburg has a legit, you know, resume that they could probably stack up against WF West. Has had a couple empty possessions here back-to-back with 2:30 left in the game. Maki Evie still out there battling for the Monarchs. Warfield's still out there. Cole, Gazzotti, Johnston. I mean, they're playing all the way to the end, tooth and nail. Johnson fires a pass to Warfield, an 8-footer, no good. Rebound to Cushman. That's Dries Cushman. 2:10 left. Tight crossover, ball loose.
See, this is where, they're going to clear house.
Yep.
And that's exactly does happen, yes. We got 5 new ones coming out for Mark Morris. We got Maddie Gouet, Riley Freeman, Ayla McNeely, Addie Searing, and Natalie Duvall. 2:06 left in the game. Maddie Bain back out there for WF West, and Amanda Linwood as the shot's up off of iron, rebound to Freeman. Far side, Gouet with it. Gouet has it poked loose. Working against Gaskell, double team. Teeter comes over. Teeter out in front. Left hand finish is good for Izzy Teeter.
What do you have her at unofficially for the game?
I have 9 for Izzy Teeter.
Okay.
You know, you touched on early, Nick, pregame, the depth of WF West.
Right.
I mean, even this quote-unquote second unit coming in right now, I mean, they can play. You just watch them the last minute. They can play. They get up and down. I mean, they're relentless defensively. So,
and they're running the same system you've been talking about.
Yeah.
You know, it just they flow.
Yep.
WFS flows from the starting 5 to 6, 7, 8, 9 on the bench.
Yeah.
So.
And we talked about a pregame. It's a program.
Yep.
It's a program. You know, they've been good for a while, and they'll probably still be good for a while.
Oh yeah. They're not going to lose their sides.
No.
Linwood with a shot. Crowd and teammates erupt. That's a big basket for her.
There you go, Ayla.
About the
Coach,
oh, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, Coach, you've seen this. You know, you've been in games where the score is not tight, and you got your second, third stringers in. You've seen how the bench erupts when one of those young freshmen, sophomores drains one from downtown, or makes a good assist or something like that. Nothing better for the varsity starters to see the up and coming, the next generation, stretch their legs, strut their stuff, and show, hey, I'm ready for the big time.
Yeah, and it's part of the journey, right? The reason why these feel so good to win, the reason why these feel so good to get to, is because of the journey. And all the kids, 1 through 12, whether they're first 5, whether they're bench, whether they're practice players, they all are a part of it. So being able to experience, those kids kind of having success is fun for everyone.
Riley Freeman at the line there, missing a pair. And it's Allie Ragsdale in the ball game who ties it up for WF West. Guys, we got to think about who our bargain baller of the game is going to be for WF West.
I know
yeah,
mine.
I got mine too.
Oh, wow. That sounded,
Should we all say it at the same time?
That sounded too easy. I don't know if I like that. I might have to change mine up now and make a case.
Count it down from 3.
Well, if this goes in, why not her?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Can you change your mind mid-shot? Get him up, man. That's what I say.
Yeah.
Maddie Bain trying her luck.
Shout out to Maddie.
Searing gets it across and picks it up in a bad spot. Floats a pass, and it's tapped out of bounds.
Half a minute.
I like Coach Atkins still coaching here in this situation, even with his team down by 36 with 30 seconds left. He's still telling these youngsters what he expects them to do in similar situations as Freeman is fouled again, and she'll head to the line once again.
Well, Nick, think about it. This team that's on the floor for Sean Atkins isn't down 36. This team is putting forth some effort for next season and the season after that. And that's why Sean's doing his job to this,
Freeman cashes in the first, her first point of the game. We're going to talk a little bit about it, guys. I'm going to save it for a little bit, in the post game. Freeman hits a pair.
WFS bench wants him to pop it from deep.
Oh, yeah.
Shot clock's off. They don't need to fire a shot up, and there's a steal here
Why not
by
go get one
Gouet.
here? Why not go get one here?
Yeah.
2 on the clock.
Let it fly.
Good if it goes for Duval, and it's short, and that's going to do it. The WF West Bearcats are your 3-time district champions. They win it over Mark Morris 72-38 to win the District 4 2A Girls Championship here at Kelso High School. What a performance, a wire-to-wire win. It got close there late first quarter, and Mark Morris kept it around the 8 to 10 range throughout the second, but the second half belongs to the Bearcats as they run away with it here and win it by 34. Mark Morris on to the regional round as well, and WF West figures to be somewhere in that 6-7 range.
You had to.
Oh, no.
All right, guys, I got to switch to radio. Who's your ballers?
Oh, Dylan Beck.
Dylan Beck.
I mean, it's impossible to ignore what she does. Eric, thanks for joining us.
Hey,
good working
my
with you,
pleasure.
man. Good to see you.
Let's hope that's not the last time.
Yeah, no.
Let's not take so long to do this again.
Yeah.
Nick.
I heard there's some opportunities maybe next year, so we'll see.
We'll
see.
All right. Hey, we're going to switch over real quick to the Longview Grocery Outlet post-game show. Bargain Baller of the game, sponsored by Longview Grocery Outlet. And for us here, guys, it's Dylan Beck of WF West, as we're going to have the trophy presentation here and the net cutting ceremony. I almost said something else there. As Robert Blackman is he's got a soft mic down there. They need to turn the speakers up here, but the Bearcats will be able to etch their names on the trophy once again for the 3rd straight season. The Bearcats reign supreme in District 4 2A girls basketball. And we're going to keep the camera over here on this side, guys, and show you the net cutting ceremony. That's all I got. Coach Tilton. 72-38.
Yep.
WF West.
Yep.
A lot of balance. It's easy to see why nobody really wants to play them. They move the ball so well, and like you pointed out, they don't ever deviate from what they're supposed to be doing. They're a well-coached machine. They're well-oiled. Coach Karnofsky's done a fantastic job. I mean, you don't win year in and year out because you had one good generational player in town play for 3 or 4 years. Usually it takes a couple of years for those generational talents to break through and even win one, but they seem to churn out the most talented group in the area season in and season out now. And the last time that they lost one of these things was to their rivals Tumwater, but since then they really haven't been challenged in any of these games here at Kelso High School.
No, and it starts with a little bit of history. I mean, you go back to Coach Johnson, who was coaching the WF West Bearcats when they, I believe, won the state title 2014. Nike McClure goes on and plays at Washington State University, had a great program. Coach Karnofsky steps in. Shout out to Coach Karnofsky. I worked with his mother, Kim Karnofsky, when I was coaching at Castle Rock. She was the girls' coach. So he comes from a coaching family. He knows what he's doing. These girls, I mean, my goodness, 72-38 in a district title game. That's pretty impressive. So And like we said, the train's probably going to keep rolling. Juniors all across the board, Nick.
Yeah, you know, that was one of the things I was wanting to talk about Mark Morris, but I was going to save it for the right moment. You know, next year's varsity team at Mark Morris is going to be incredibly hard to make because they've got just about everybody back themselves. Reese Johnston is on her way out the door, and they do have one other senior as well that is leaving the team. So yeah, I mean, they're going to be just fine. You know, they're gonna be back, and they're probably going to be face off with this WF West team again probably next season. I mean,
wouldn't surprise me.
The early odds makers has WF West as being the favorites once again. Beck coming back for her senior year.
Is that the Vegas line that you were looking at?
I mean, honestly, that was what is it? Bovada? I don't know. I think that was Bovada. But no, seriously though, I mean, I think that both teams are going to be right where they are. I think that honestly, you're going to see WF West potentially break through next year and maybe get to a semifinal round game. That's someplace that they haven't been. You know, that's how good the class is. I mean, we sit here and we talk about it, and I pretend to be an expert anytime I can. But, I mean, I know a lot about 2A girls basketball, having seen all these teams over the last 5 years very up close and personal. And they are extremely tough up north in Linden country. They're two-time champions going for a state three-peat. They knocked off Ellensburg, who had a 76-game win streak snapped in that state championship game. I mean, if that doesn't tell you anything, those two programs have dominated the basketball landscape with the 2A class. And WF West is still trying to break through to get to that level.
Yes.
So there's still room to go, I guess, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, well, you know this, Coach. I called you Coach.
You're
you
fine.
could be a coach. You are.
Fifth grade coach.
Yeah,
I mean, you know.
But you know this. When you get on the floor at Yakima, everyone there can beat anyone.
Sure.
I genuinely believe that, right? All these teams have talent. All these teams are well coached. If you make it to the state tournament, you have a chance to beat anybody. And I think if WF West gets in, has a chance to win their regional game, get into that bye, right? I mean, they're right there. And you just never know when that ball's tipped up.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly I'm thinking that we're probably going to see a Prosser WF West opener somewhere Central Washington.
Central, yeah, maybe at Central, maybe Wenatchee, somewhere in there.
Yeah,
you know.
That's just my gut inclination, and I'm not a professional.
Well, you've never been wrong, so.
Yeah, that's not true. I actually, I'll tell you on air, I was wrong one time, and it made somebody upset that I was wrong. Okay. How could you? So, in the 2022-23 season, we mentioned that season earlier. Right? I did, I should say, not we. I had made some preseason predictions and put them out, and I had predicted a Mark Morris and R.A. Long tie for first place, each team winning one game in the Civil War in the regular season. And upon this news, Kevin Holden's dad, Jamal, caught me after a game. And he said, "Hey, I read your little article." And I'm like, yeah, did you like that? He goes, "Well, it said here you got Mark Morris beating us twice." I'm like, "No, I didn't say that." He goes, "I can pull it up if you want." And I said, "I know what it says. I wrote it." I said, they're going to beat you once. And he's like, "Oh, okay, we'll see, you know." So I was like, "Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to, pick sides here. They're both really good teams." And the Monarchs swept them. So I was wrong. They did. You guys swept them.
But they got the good one.
They did win the district.
They got the good one.
Yeah, they won the district championship.
Yep.
But still, I was wrong. I was absolutely wrong. They didn't win one of the regular season games. Now, they did win one.
Yeah.
But
I had some good seats to all of those. I want you to know that. I had some good seats to all of those.
I like that. That's good. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to break through, but when you do get to the tournament, and when you got good teams, it's easy to see where they can go beyond where they're at currently. And for WF West, they've just been stuck in the mud, in that sixth place finishing zone at the state tournament. Getting a trophy game, though, is an accomplishment in the class. To do. But I'd really like to see all of the dedication and hard work that Coach Karnofsky, who's up there right now, cutting the remainder of the net. I want to see them have a chance to play for a state championship. And I think next year's team has the chance to do that. Well, I'm not going to deny this year's team. That's kind of a shot.
Yeah.
Right, but I just don't know if the landscape is quite set up for them this season.
I want them to clip that quote and put that front page on the Chronicle.
I hope you're not encouraging that, because that would embarrass me.
Oh, those guys up there, they're good guys. They wouldn't do that to you.
That's okay.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of my takeaway from state tournaments, and as we get to the Ari Long game, this is something that we'll touch on. I think it's a combination of things, but I think first and foremost it's matchups. You get to the state tournament and it's styles, the way that teams play, the way that teams defend. I mean, you can be a better team on paper, but your style isn't matched up well with this certain team, right? So if WF West gets in, they have a good matchup, they win the regional round, they get it, So you just never know with these guys. And same thing with Mark Morris. Hopefully, like what you were thinking, maybe hosting-ish or local for their regional game.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine they'd have to go too far to play it. You could potentially see them down in the 13 game, but I just don't see him falling that low. I mean, it's hard to take a league champion and a district runner-up and put them outside the top 10. I would not be shocked to see them in like the 10-15 game all the way up to the 12-13. I think it would be pretty absurd for them to be beyond 12.
Yeah.
I'm going to set that as the threshold. That's when things start getting silly,
Yeah, you get them, you get them into a favorable spot. Local, you get a crowd, you get your band, you kind of get that feel that you got the crowd behind you. You got some people that you love and care about in the stands. It makes you play a little bit harder. If you play an East Side team, they're probably not bringing a whole lot of people. So, yeah, I'm interested to see what the committee does for tomorrow.
One of the best times of the year.
Oh, my goodness. I coach and I love coaching. I'm a fan.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I mean, I get to pose as a professional doing this, and show up to games, and I don't have to pay for entry fee. And,
oh man!
I mean, I get parking at the Sundome, parking pass.
That's in and of itself.
That's worth its weight in gold.
In and of itself, that's not too bad. What do they call it? The Palm Springs of Central Washington.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
They call it a lot of things.
Yakima
Vegas.
There's a few names I've heard for Yakima.
Well, that's going to wrap it up here, guys. The net cutting ceremony and pictures have concluded on the court, and they're going to clear things off. And now it's time for the heavyweight showdown.
Yep.
Tumwater on a 20-game winning streak, 21-1, taking on R.A. Long on a 24-game winning streak, 23-0. It's number 1 versus number 2 for the second time for R.A. Long. They had this game against Woodland back on January the 9th. And Woodland stumbled down the stretch, but R.A. Long has held strong and been at that number 1 spot in the RPI since early January. Will they hold on to it and win their second straight district championship? They're playing for their 4th title in 5 seasons here at Kelso High School. So you'll have to come on back and make sure you're subscribed to our social media page. And that's where you're going to find information on game links. But you're going to want to follow us on YouTube, because if we do drop the stream, when we go live, if you click that little bell icon, you can get notifications of when we go live. And this is another way for you to reach me and tell me that there's something wrong with the live stream or there's an outage. Yeah, but I appreciate all the support. We're like 18 followers away from breaking 4,000 on Facebook, so I'd like to get that
we gotta
tonight.
Get you there tonight, man. We got to get you there.
I'd like that. But appreciate all the support. Coach Tilton, thanks for joining us. Yeah. And on behalf of Eric Elliott, I am Nick Sisson, saying thank you for watching. WF West improves to 20-4 overall on the season. They are your District 4 2A girls champions. Mark Moore is still heading the state, 17-6 overall on the year. We're back at it here in about 20 minutes time or so, and we'll get you all primed for Tumwater and R.A. Long. And better not miss that one. We'll see you in a little bit.